Hello and welcome to the Flourishing Introvert Talks with me, Jo Rawbone. This is the podcast that celebrates the natural gifts of introverts so that we can flourish in all situations. Episode 270, The Confidence to Say Less. I'm about to get very vocal and even a little bit loud about something that by its very nature is quiet. So quiet that it often goes unnoticed. And frankly, when it's not unnoticed, it's probably misunderstood. And by extension, therefore, we're misunderstood. So in this episode, I'm exploring why saying less shows more confidence, not less, and how you can master the art of saying less as opposed to just not speaking. To every introvert listening, your quietness is not a flaw, and while you probably already know that, those around you may have you doubt yourself. So I hope every introvert ally and advocate hears that loud and clear too. In fact, why not share this episode with those you work with or live with? Because true allies are always keen to be better allies. Silence is not a gap we need to fill. It's a force to be reckoned with when we choose to see it that way, when we see it for what it really is. For too long, we've been nudged, goaded, and even pushed into being louder, funnier, chattier, like that's the golden ticket to being taken seriously. It is not. And if you have ever felt like you've had to fake being more extraverted just to survive in meetings, to be accepted in friendships, or to get on in life, you're not alone. Here's the truth. Speaking less doesn't mean you have nothing to contribute, nor does it make you less valuable. It can actually make you more powerful and more valuable because you're being mindful about your use of precious airtime. Rather than filling every silence with mind-numbing chatter, you're demonstrating your thoughtfulness about what adds value and therefore what moves things on. So today, we're flipping the belief that more words equals more worth. That's a belief for the deluded, not the intentional. We all know that moment. You're sitting in a meeting, an idea brewing quietly inside you, gathering substance and growing legs. The silence stretches out deliciously, enabling your exploration. And then wham! Someone else jumps in, breaking the silence, filling the space and bursting your creative bubble. A peculiar thing can happen in that moment, especially if we start questioning ourselves. Should I jump in? Should I say something, anything just to make my presence felt? How are they judging me for staying quiet? Will they think I'm incompetent? Oh, the brain chatter from overthinking can be crippling. Ironically, we don't find silence awkward. In fact, far from it. But others tend to find our okayness with silence awkward. Funny old world, isn't it? From my own experience, I know that if I cave to the pressure to say something, I'll often regret it, because I'm simply saying something for the sake of it. As it turns out, that was a lose-lose outcome, because I disliked myself for my hollow, shallow and pointless interventions, and others wondered what the was I trying to say. So I learned to be okay with continuing to hold the silence, because silence isn't an absence of anything. It's space for processing, and that's important to how credibly I'm perceived. So I flipped the more words equals more worth belief into this liberating belief. Natural rhythm enables my authenticity. Yeah, that feels better. This also aligns beautifully with our natural introvert communication process of think, say, think. Abandoning this natural rhythm and trying to dance to someone else's tune is what led to many of my frustrations, as it undermined my self-confidence, destroyed my self-worth, and had my batteries drain faster than a rat up a drainpipe. So our rhythm, and why people tend to listen to us, is silence punctuated by intentional, meaningful contributions. These are some of the qualities of a powerful leader. Silence, my dear introvert, is an essential part of your rhythm, not a failure to be fixed. It's a frame to behold. Captured in that frame is brevity, substance, and thoughtful timing. I know how many of my clients wished their meetings were held in this frame. If you cave, as I used to, know that you're choosing to erode your self-trust, betraying your authenticity, and complying with norms that do not fit your frame. And that is a surefire way to hit burnout. You may have already felt the exhaustion from overcompensating, the gnawing doubt from comparisonitis, the embarrassment from saying something pointless for the sake of it. It's time to regain your rhythm with confidence, and here are 3 simple yet powerful tools that will enable you to do just that. Number 1, the power pause. Use a silent moment combined with a shift in body language before responding. It shows depth and earns attention as people lean in when they see that you're not reacting, you're intentionally responding. Number 2, intentional brevity. Say less, mean more, land it with impact. A few concise, intentional words cut through noise way better than a fire hose of explanations. And number 3, reframing silence. Own it and role model its power. Use a placeholder and say something like, "I'm thinking about that as there are a number of facets to consider," or "That's an important question, so I'm going to take a moment before I respond." Frame the pause as thoughtfulness, not awkwardness. So I encourage you to remember that your silence isn't a void exposing ineptitude. It's a stage you're setting for the right moment, for the right words, for the right focus. And your confidence comes from taking aligned action, not from waiting until you feel confident. When you speak thoughtfully, you command attention without ever needing to shout for it. And that is real influence. So to get you moving in the right direction with confidence, here's your challenge for the week. Notice when you feel pressured to speak, and then pause. Ask yourself the following questions. Is this the right moment? Or will I be abusing precious airtime? Honour the moments when silence is your best contribution. Honour the moments when waiting deepens your impact. Because rushed words dilute the power of your intervention and erode your personal brand. You know, it's those thoughtful, intentional words that define you and best shape your impact. True respect isn't earned by speaking more. It's earned by speaking well. So thank you for joining me in this reflective space as I shared my views with brevity today. Flourishing isn't about turning up the volume on yourself. It's about dancing to your own true rhythm. Your silence, when used purposefully, is not a void. It's a powerful, undeniable presence. Stand tall in it, trust it, and dance with it. You're not just enough. You're quietly, potently unstoppable, and it's an honour to accompany you on your flourishing journey. If you enjoyed this episode as much as I did, then please subscribe, rate us and leave a comment, because we know that helps other people find the podcast. And if other people find us, other introverts can flourish.
You are listening to an Intentional Media Production podcast.